On, we are a go. Awesome. Well, hello everybody. It's this is Dr. Tezolino coming to you with Amanda Kapci with Butterfly Baby Concierge, and thank you for taking the time to come speak with us here with my viewers and anybody else out there that's viewing on Facebook and Insta.
Yeah.
Thanks for attending here. And it's so ironic too that we are connected here today because I don't know if you see in the background here on my walls, but we have like hundreds of butterflies all over the place. Yes, because we are having we're asking our practice members to be social butterflies and helping other people know about what we do and how they've experienced and what they've experienced through their journey here in the office. So it's so funny. It's
I love it.
butterflies on the wall and then butterfly baby concierge. So it's just meant to be, I think.
It is. It's totally
Yeah,
meant to be. It's totally meant
I
to
love
be. Yes, I love it.
well, thanks for coming on. And, I like to I like my vision for this. This is our second episode here. We're looking to, provide a lot of value in a short period of time because, as parents and like we are, right? Like, I mean, you got four little crazy ones and
Yep.
time is of essence. So we're looking to keep these like 5 to 15 minutes,
Okay.
provide a lot of value. So I think we'll just get rocking and rolling to where
Yeah.
you can just tell us all a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Sounds great. So, yeah, my name is Amanda Capsey, and I am the owner and founder of Butterfly Baby Concierge. Butterfly Baby was a huge vision of mine for about 7 years. My background is in being in the education realm, so to speak. I was a nanny for 5 years with the same amazing family, and if they're watching, hi, I'm still very close to them. And they were just wonderful. I started out with them when I was 19, and quite honestly, probably did not know what I was doing in that sense, but they really took me under their wing and trusted me and set me up with a fantastic experience that carried me through college. And while I was attending ASU getting my degree in early childhood education, I then went on to teach at a private school in Ahwatukee and absolutely loved that experience. Then went on to have four babies of my own. And while I was really just getting into this mommy world, I realized how important it was for moms to have a connection where they felt like they were being supported and encouraged. A lot of times, being a mom can feel very lonely or isolating at times. And I really saw a huge need for moms just to feel that support and that community, and like they knew that they had the resources to be able to be successful in what they were doing. And while we all have different methods and different ideas of what mommyhood looks like, we all have the same mission in mind at the end, that same end goal, and that is to raise amazing, wonderful, respectful children. So I just really saw that need for moms to have that support system around them. The other need that I saw was that moms needed to have a safety zone for childcare. A lot of moms are either working moms or stay at home moms, but need to be able to have somebody in their home that they can trust and that can be reliable and loving with their children. And I knew just from my background of working with kids and families for so long that I wanted to create a business that sort of bridge that gap between nanny and family. A lot of times that can be a relationship that there's a lot of questions, right? There's a lot of things where there's different boundaries and rules, so to speak, and not nobody knows those. I get questions all day long about how do I handle this situation or what do I do here, and
Yeah.
I really saw a need for that, to be able to have somebody that you could call or text or email with your questions, and know that this person, myself, is in your court, so to speak, and will be available to help you in those times. So I really started to put all the pieces of the puzzle together with my business, and like I said, saw a huge need for it, and it's just been a huge success ever since, and one that I know that I've been able to help so many families across the valley, and that's the really exciting thing with it. So yeah.
Well,
That's a little bit
that's
about
awesome.
me.
Well, that's awesome. And you stated like a couple things that kind of pointed out or jumped out to me too. It was like that support because a lot of moms and parents, they feel like they're on an island, right? And
Yep.
especially with the first one, they're just in it, right? And who to
Right.
turn to and looking for resources and all these different things. Now, with what you do, like who is it? Like, is it a mom to be? Is it someone who's had a little kiddo already?
Good question.
Where are the best to benefit
Yeah.
from your service?
No, good question. Great question. So I cater to birth up through teenagers with the nanny services in particular. I am really working with families who either mom is pregnant and planning ahead, which is fantastic. I love those clients because I can really come along and partner with them in helping them get doula care and newborn care specialist lined up for after the baby is born, as well as a nanny, any sort of parenting classes that they need, or CPR training. I have a phenomenal CPR instructor that works very closely with me and can go in home. So, a lot of this business, because it is a concierge business, I cater to more of that intimate home setting, and one that I like to be able to go in to my clients' homes and really, like I said, gain that relationship with them from the very beginning, where we have that trust and knowing that they know that I have their best interest in mind, and that I can set up things where I can bring people to their home to help instruct them there where they're most comfortable, as well. So, yeah,
Right.
we
And
do
I
CPR
think
training, and yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of the big things you said like is the concierge like nanny setup,
Right.
and like having somebody, a stranger, come into the home, obviously taking care of your kiddo. Uh,
Yes.
how do you, I guess, provide that trust and security to for these parents to know that who you're connecting them with is someone who's safe, who's educated, who's knowledgeable, that's going to be able to really care for their kiddo the way they want to.
Good question. So I really set this up as a very professional and personal relationship from the beginning. I tell clients all the time, you're not going to get a more personal relationship than having a nanny in your home,
Right.
working with your kids, with things in your home. This really has to be built on trust and that relationship from the very beginning. So,
Because they're in your life, right? Like
oh
it's.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. And so that's where I set this up. So like I was telling you before we jumped on here, I was doing some nanny interviews this morning. I meet every nanny in a face-to-face interview. I don't do any phone screening of nannies. I require them to meet with me. I feel like I get a much better understanding of who this individual is by meeting with them and having a conversation. We meet and chat, and I get to know them, and it's very fun in that sense. I love that part. I love meeting these nannies. I love getting to know them and getting to know what they're looking for ideally in a position, because I want the same end goal that my clients want, which is to have a nanny be a part of their family and be an extension of their family for upwards of many years to come.
Right.
So we have to set that up from the very beginning as that, as such, that we want you to be an extension of this family. So, hey, come get to know me, come sit down and have a cup of coffee with me, and let me have some time to get to know you too. So they have to meet with me face to face. They have to get me a resume, professional references. They have to pass a background screening, driving record. All of those things go into that too. I also love doing reference checks. I don't know if that's silly, but I
Right.
love I love talking to people that have worked with this person
Right.
in a professional environment, and really getting to know them that way as well. So that's definitely part of the entire process, is really taking that time to contact those references and get to know them as well, as just doing a background check and a screening that way. So yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I think you're providing a great service, and we've always here in the office, since we take care of a lot of pregnant moms to be and those that are looking for services, we always throw your name out there for them to be able to contact. And we met in the past before, and I know how much you put into it. And it's not just we're connecting a person to person; it's you're connecting someone
Right.
who's a professional for these moms to be, because yeah, again, as a parent, you want somebody that you can trust in your home when you're not there with your kid. So you're not having, I mean, some people obviously set up the cameras to watch people, who knows, right? But
Right.
to have that understanding that the due diligence has been there and kind of, help those parents not have to go through that process. You've already done that, and you
Right.
supply a lot more than that for these parents too, along the way as well, which I feel is an awesome asset for a lot of people, to be able to take hold of. To kind of, I guess, wrap it up, is there anything that you'd like to mention to the viewers out there? Anything going on? Any events you want them to know about? Anything special overall?
Just that, yeah, no, the nanny market right now is hot. It's
Yeah,
fantastic. It's exciting. And I'm just loving it. It's super wonderful, and I am meeting these amazing nannies all over town, and would love to get them placed with also fantastic families. So that's, yeah, that's, again, that's just my end goal, is to make it so that everybody is kind of on the same page, and has that fantastic working relationship with their nanny, and one that is trustworthy above all else, for sure. Yeah.
yeah, and and I know too. There's a lot of services that do similar like what you do. Is there anything particular that you want people to know that makes you different than them?
Yeah.
Um,
That's a good question. So, like I said, too, my goal is to set this up as a very professional working relationship from the very beginning. So, I do all home interviews with my clients. I come in and I do an interview with them where, again, we sit down at the kitchen table or the coffee table, or sometimes we're chasing toddlers around the house. So
Absolutely.
I make it very
The
portable
real
to
life,
be
right?
able. Oh yeah, oh, it's so fun. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. But there are times where we're having to go into the playroom and then go outside, and we make it so that we can chase toddlers too if we need to while we're doing that interview. But and then I bring all of my candidates, my nanny candidates, back in home with the clients, and I help kind of represent them that way in
Okay.
terms of being an agent in that way, and introducing them to my client, and help facilitating that conversation for that second round interview when they actually do meet my client. That's the point where I'm looking, for anything that I'm like, yeah, this seems like it's going to be a really excellent fit.
Right.
Um, and then I just stay very, very involved in the entire process. Like I said, I know that moms, dads, parents in general need somebody that can be accessible throughout this entire process, and one that they can feel like they can call, text, email, and get a hold of me to be able to help them navigate through this journey.
You know,
Hence the butterfly.
right.
It
Yes,
is
the
a
journey,
journey.
right?
It is a
Absolutely.
journey beginning to end, but one that I'm very dedicated to being a part of from beginning to end.
Well, something that just jumped into my mind here as you're kind of going through that, I can imagine, it's not always like super easy where, all right, I've got this nanny, I'm going to meet this family, and it works each and every time, right?
Right?
There's a purpose to it. So if there's not a good connection there,
Yeah.
I mean, number one, how do you go through your process to say, all right, this nanny goes with this family, I think, and then we meet, and then if that doesn't work out well, what's the process after that?
Yeah. No, good question. So, really, I say I go by my gut mommy instinct in a lot of ways. Again, being an educator and a mom to four kids, at the end of the day, I tell clients, a nanny is not going to make it to you before they make it through me. And I'm probably the most picky one there is. So,
Hmm.
really, though, what goes into the process is going into the home and meeting the family and knowing them on a personal level. I've been in their home, I've been with their kids, I've sat at their kitchen table. I know professionally and personally, experience wise and personality wise, what it's going to take for a nanny. And I tell nannies and clients all the time, just because a nanny worked for your best friend for 10 years and it was a fantastic fit for them that doesn't mean that they're going to be a fantastic fit for you at the end of the day. It
True.
really is that difference in personality, and that's where my matchmaking skills come in handy,
I know that.
is
Oh yeah.
to really take into account, like, sitting, and because I meet every nanny then in a face-to-face interview and get to know them and their personality, and checking their references, talking about their personality that way, I can make that appropriate match to where then it's not just your schedule. It's not just that you're looking for a 9 to 5 and you're looking for a 9 to 5.
Right.
Okay, here you go.
Right.
That's not my goal at the end of the day, because that's not going to work. I want to really match this up on a personal level too, and take that personality side into that process and making sure that all of those points are being hit.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And so what's the best way for somebody to get in contact with you? Is it phone? Is it email? Is it website? What's the...
Either way.
Right.
Any of those ways. I love getting phone calls. I am one of those people that has just always enjoyed talking on the phone to people, and I really enjoy doing those phone consultations. So, but email, call, text, whatever works for my clients, I'm very flexible around that as well. But definitely you can hit up my website at butterflybabyconcierge.com. That has all of my contact information on it.
Awesome. Well, it seems quick and easy. And, just to kind of let everybody know you out there, we're going to be kind of putting together a little parent orientation kind of educational kind of webcast like this, but just more for information for parents, especially those new ones with like kiddos that may have like colic and reflux or torticollis or recurrent ear, into the older kiddos, ADHD and sensory. We're going to be bringing out some more information for everybody out there as well. So if you haven't liked our page here at Elevate Chiropractic, please do so at Elevate Chiro AZ, Facebook, and then there's Instagram as well. Follow us, and we'll be putting out information as well. So hopefully you can kind of jump on some of those too, Amanda, as we go through. And we'll be giving more information too, even for the pregnant mamas, on how to prepare their bodies for labor and delivery. So it's a whole process that, like you said before, to help with that whole process, to be able to help them be the best that they can be, help their kiddos be the best they can be, so that we can have great families and we can have a great community, right? That's what it's all about. Let's help people helping people.
I love it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time today. And I look forward to, obviously, professionally connecting you more with our practice members too, because I know they're in good hands when they come. So
definitely.
That's all we got for today. And so thanks again for taking the time. And then I will be shooting over some of this information to you like we talked about. And hope you have a wonderful day today. I hope everybody out there has a beautiful cloudy day here in Arizona.
Yeah, I know. Soak it up.
Before the summer starts coming.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And until next time, be elevated.
Thank you.